Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you, and welcome back to another noodle taste test. Today we're going to be tasting some noodles I have found at my local Chinese market. I've been seeing these around on the internet, and it is a sweet potato style noodle. I've had them before in Korean cookery. They are transparent and they have a wonderful chewy texture. Today we are going to be tasting a nice and wide, fat version of these noodles, which I've never had before, and I believe the sauce is going to be spicy. It looks like a chili spicy sauce. Now these have been going around. There's an instant version that I could not find, but I did find these two, which by the picture, I'm a very visual person, it looks absolutely lovely. And I found a similar style one, but this one looks like it comes in a pot and you can just cook this in hot water, just like you would do a cup noodle. So we've got two options here. This one also gives you two options in terms of making it. You can make it on the stove or you can add hot water to it. So we're gonna try both of them and see how they are. Here is the first one. Doesn't that look delectable? And see how transparent they are? They're almost see-through. But unlike rice noodles or mung bean noodles, these should have a nice chewy texture to them, which I adore. Love, love, love. And here on the back, they show you the instructions, two different ways of making it. Let's taste this one first, since this is the first one I found. And this is the second one, which, again, nice, wide, fat noodle. I suspect the stovetop version is going to be better because in my experience making noodles from packages, I tend to like the ones that are made on the stove. They get hotter and the texture of the noodles are often better. We shall see. So this is a product of China. We have, ooh, look at that. Dark chili oil. Ooh, I can smell it. It smells smoky. And this is maybe some seasoning, not sure. And then here, ooh, we have the noodles. Look at that. It almost looks like dried yuba, which is a kind of a soybean skin. It's got a kind of tan color to it. Almost looks woody. See how it has those striations? Interesting. I don't think the noodles themselves smell like much of anything, but wow, look at this. Very flexible. Look at this texture. Isn't that great? They're pretty thick too. Very flexible. And I'm going to add them to the boiling water. It's almost like beef jerky or something. Like erasers. Look how flexible. All right, put those in there. Turn down the heat just a bit. And drop them all in there. I might need some more water, so I've got water here. Oh, I love the texture. Oh, how much was this? I think it was about $3, if I recall. Immediately they're softening and getting kind of plump. See how they're getting a little thicker? Wow, very cool. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. Okay, that's 2 minutes. Stop. So the timer went off for 2 minutes. Look at the noodles. They're very bouncy and stretchy. They're not quite clear yet though. I'm gonna try a piece and see what the texture's like. Usually that's what I do to test for doneness. I've got a little cool water here. Cool this off. Oh my gosh, so hot. Wow. You see that? Look how that's cool. It's like a jelly texture. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna place them into my bowl. And then it just says add the soup and chili, which I don't really understand. So this is made of cassava, which is tapioca, sweet potato, salt and water. Very interesting. Okay, get my remaining water. I'm gonna add the seasoning to it. Oh, there's like little spheres in there. What is that? Are those peanuts? What are those? They're like little beans. Whoa, never seen that before. Okay, and add this chili oil. Okay, here goes the chili oil, which looks quite hot. Add that all in there. I don't know how much soup I was supposed to add to that. It doesn't really say, but I'm gonna add that to, it's boiling, to the noodles and give that a taste. Look at that. Wow. Oh, those little bits in there were bits of soybean skin that Yuba I was telling you about. It's unfurled. Wow, this is such an interesting noodle. I've never had this before. Look. So it's kind of unfurled in these little bits, those little pieces unfurled in the hot water. And I believe that's soybean skin along with these little dried soybeans. Wow, and these beautiful noodles. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to try this. Smells fantastic. Smells smoky and very chilled. Look at that. That looks phenomenal. Okay, stir this a bit so we get all the noodles in the soup. Look at that. Glossy, shiny. Alrighty, my lovelies, let's give these noodles a taste. They look incredible, unlike any other noodle I've ever seen before. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It smells nice and spicy, roasted and chilled, and also smells like licorice, a little bit like an anise smell. Fennel. Alrighty, I want to pull this up close to my face so I don't splatter chili oil everywhere. Alrighty, my first taste of one of these beautiful sweet potato thick noodles. Itadakimasu. Oh my gosh, that is delightful. Wow. It's got such a phenomenal texture. It's like jelly in your mouth, but it's firm and bouncy at the same time. So you get that gel sensation that's kind of squishes in your mouth, but it's chewy and resistant at the same time. And then it's coated in this beautiful chili oil that's spicy, but not too spicy, but does catch a little bit in the back of your throat. So as you heard me almost cough right there. So good. I adore the texture. I've never had noodles like that before. You must like spicy foods though, or you won't like this because there's definitely a good amount of heat in here. It has a little bit of an anisey flavor that you can also smell initially before you eat it. So it's a little bit licorice. But I'm not detecting any of that mala heat, which you can find in Sichuan cuisine, which is kind of a numbing sensation. I'm not really detecting too much of that. So good. Full of salt, full of umami-ness, but that chili oil does catch in the back of your throat. So occasionally you might have a little bit of a cough there, but the noodles are still bouncy. I'm still eating these because they're so good. I can't stop. They're so delightful. I love the slurpability, yet the resiliency. Oh, now I'm feeling a little bit of the mala heat, that kind of numbing sensation after I've had a few bites. Yes, this definitely has Sichuan peppercorn in it. It's warm and burny as if you were having hot sauce, but the mala spice is a kind of mentholated feeling. Like if you have a really strong mint, like an Altoid or a cough drop, it gives you this kind of menthol, kind of cooling sensation at the same time as feeling spicy. You know what I mean? That's what's happening too. It's great. It's just another level of experience. It's delightful. Love it. Would buy it again. I think on a cold, wintry day, fan-stinking-tastic. Very well seasoned. And especially fantastic if you're like me and find yourself sensitive to wheat and wheat gluten. You get this wonderful chewiness without the wheat. It's made with cassava, which is tapioca flour, and this sweet potato flour. Just Outstanding. Next, we're gonna try this one. So this one doesn't require any stovetop. I'm not exactly excited to cook in plastic, but here we are. We have this lid. Ingredients include the noodles. Oh, chopsticks. Very considerate. Ooh, 2 types of soup bases. Again, a nice chili oil, I'm assuming, and some kind of soup base. Oh, and this looks like it might be some dried vegetables. First, we're gonna put the noodles into the pot. Whoa, these are different. These look like rice noodles. Look at that. So these are more opaque and they're white in color. Right, so now we're supposed to cover this with boiling water and we're supposed to let this sit for 3 minutes. Drain and then add the seasonings. So the amount of water doesn't really matter, just enough to cover. Okay, cover. And I will set the timer. All right, lovelies, I'll come back in a few minutes once these are cooked. All right, lovelies, we have let this sit here 35 minutes. Not 35, 325. Look at these cute little chopsticks they give us. Nice. And we're gonna carefully drain the water into a separate container. Again, I don't really love cooking in plastic. Don't like it at all, actually. But here we are. Look at the noodles. So these are wider than the other noodles, but these two, ooh, these chopsticks are stubby, are very bouncy. Whoa, and stretchy. But these ones look more opaque, but you can immediately see the stretch in them. I mean, that's a good visual. Look at, see, these two are sticking together, so you can see the kind of rubberiness to them, which I love. You see how they're bouncing? Like chewy. Love a chewy noodle. Okay, gonna give these a stir. I probably should have stirred them while they were in the hot water, but I didn't think of it. They're sticking together a little, so I'm gonna loosen them up, and the oil is probably going to help. So add in our vegetables, which is really just dried green onion, looks like sesame seeds, green and white, not green, black and white sesame seeds. This looks to be more like a sauce rather than a soup base. All I can smell is the green onion. Can't really smell that, but it looks maybe soy based because there's a brown color to it. And of course, this stuff, which I think is going to be hot. Squeeze that right into there. So the top portion is oil, and then below we've got all the chili chunks, seeds, ground chili. It's not wanting to come out of the bag very nicely for me. Ooh, chili crisp. This is very reminiscent of chili crisp too. Let's give that a stir. It's not a lot of noodles, but I think looks can be deceiving because that will fill you up. Oh my gosh, look how glistening. Shiny. Oh gosh. I'm glad I didn't wear a white shirt. I don't own many white shirts, so look at those noodles. I meant to do. Alrighty, let's give these a taste. Itadakimasu. Oh yeah. Those are delectable as well. These don't taste as spicy. There's chili in there, but these are not as hot. I'm not feeling that mala heat at all. Of course, I only had one bite, and the other one I had to take a couple bites before I really started to feel that kind of simultaneous cooling and hot sensation at the same time. But these have a really nice bouncy texture as well, and I wish you could feel the bounce. It's like a stretchy, bouncy feeling along with like a slurpy suppleness. I do have to say the flavoring is a little bit different. This one tastes a little more vinegar. There's a little tanginess to it, definitely umami and salty. The texture of the noodles are a little bit different too. And While this one is bouncy, this one has more of a lasting chew, I feel. A lasting chew in a really kind of tendon kind of way. If you've ever had pho with tendon in it, it's similar to that kind of unctuous, chewy. The tendon in pho though tends to be really, really soft, but it's a similar kind of sensation of that tenderness and soft gelatinousness with a chewiness. Well, this one just feels more kind of a bounce, but it's not as unctuous as the other. Still delightful. Very kind of playful spring in your mouth. This has an oily flavor that reminds me of potato chips that have been sitting out in the sun. You know what I mean? Almost rancid. And I'm not sure if it's a plasticky flavor that I taste from this being cooked in the plastic, or if it's just the oil itself. It's very umami and very MSG, perfect kind of level of flavor for instant noodles for me. But I noticed an oily flavor, which I do not notice here. Although the noodles are in the same family in terms of being cassava, sweet potato noodles, I think the first one, this brand right here, is superior in both flavor and texture. Apparently this one can be made without a stovetop as well. Just add boiling water, let it sit for 3 minutes, drain that water off, add new hot boiling water, and then add your seasonings. So you don't need a stovetop for this one. Well, this one you don't need a stovetop at all. Alrighty, my lovelies, there you have it. My first taste of these beautiful, thick, wide cassava sweet potato noodles, and they are excellent. Love, love, adore their texture. I've never had this type of noodle in this format before, and I am a huge fan. So if you're a fan of spicy foods and really chewy, playful, succulent noodles, then you should definitely try these. Definitely recommend. All right, my lovelies, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! All right, back to lunch. I just don't want chili oil all over me. This is why they invented bibs.